Hi, it's me, Sonja from The Art of Stamping with another video tutorial. Today I have the honor to guest design for Purple Onion Designs, and I want to show you how I created this tag with the adorable bunny called Fawn from the new Snowflake graph collection. You'll not only see me coloring Fawn with Copics, but I'll also show you how I created the knitwear background with embossing paste and distress inks. I started off by stamping Fawn with My Favorite Things hybrid ink in black licorice onto Copic friendly paper and die cutting a tag with one of the My Favorite Things stitched traditional tags dies from Nina Desert Storm cardstock. After that I mounted my tag with post-it tape onto some scratch paper to prepare it for applying the embossing paste. I'm using Relief Paste by German artist colors manufacturer Lucas, which is very smooth and pliable. I applied it through Tim Holtz's Holiday Knit stencil, and as you can see it's really easy to lay down. It literally goes on like butter. I really love it very much. Having smoothed out the paste, I'm carefully lifting off the stencil and soaking all the tools that came into contact with the paste in a bowl of water until I'm ready to clean them, because once the paste is dried it's impossible to clean it off again. I'm also removing the post-it tape. I will need it again later as a mask for the rim of my tag, but I wouldn't be able to separate the paste on the tag from that on the tape neatly after the paste has dried, so I'm discarding this tape now and will use new one later on. While I've set aside the tag to let the paste dry, I go on to color my image. I don't have an irrevocable formula for Copic coloring because most of my coloring is done intuitively. Generally, I love to color from darker to lighter tones. However, if I haven't planned my shading in advance, as was the case with this image, I often use a light or mid-tone color to apply some provisional shadows, and only when I'm happy with what I see I go over that with my darker colors again to go from dark to light. I've tried to place the caps of all the colors I've used in the top left corner of this video so that you can follow the colors I'm working with. Being no video pro, I unfortunately forgot about that twice or thrice along the way, and I'm really sorry for that, but I hope that you'll be able to follow the applied color scheme nonetheless. Also, when coloring the scarf at the end, my hat got in the way quite a lot, so that you couldn't see anything of my coloring. I've cut these scenes because they really weren't helpful, and I'm sorry for that too. Again, I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the coloring process nonetheless. Now that the coloring is done, I fuzzy cut my image. To do so I usually use my scissors, but if the image gets too intricate to cut out with scissors, I switch to my X-Acto knife. Meanwhile, the embossing paste has dried so that I can focus on the next step in creating my background design. I've again masked off the rim of the tag with post-it tape and aligned the stencil back over the embossed image. To color the paste, I'm using distress inks in Forest Moss and Fired Brick. Generally, these are very dark inks, but they come out very light when sponged over embossing paste. That's one thing you have to keep in mind when applying this technique. You also have to consider that the inks take some time to dry on the paste, so be sure to handle the colored background carefully. To finish off my tag, I applied some glittery snowflakes. These are cut out with the mini snowflake dies by Lawn Fawn, and a bit of vellum to give my little critter a ground to stand on. I also cut out a hole with my drill punch to thread through some Christmassy colored ribbon, which I'm going to fasten with a piece of twine later on. I adhered the vellum using my stick vellum adhesive, which doesn't shine through the translucent material as other adhesives do. And to give my tag some dimension, I'm using foam tape to adhere fawn. Unfortunately, I forgot to think of where to put my greeting when I planned the tag. And even worse, the camera switched off when I finally found a solution. So here you can only see the end of the process. What I did was stamping the greeting Happy Holidays, which is also by Purple Onion Designs, with Versamark onto green cardstock and embossing it with silver fine embossing powder before I cut out some flag ends and applied foam tape to the back to adhere it. And that's the finished tag. Thanks for watching. Should you have any questions or remarks, just comment on my blog or in the YouTube section below. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Have a nice day. Bye!